like a human being. You were lying all the time.
What?
That's what you were, just lying.
All right, if that's what you want to think.
Hey, Sebastian, God, I'm trying to concentrate.
You're just a bum like him and all the rest.
Sure, that's what I am.
No, leave the rooster story alone. That's human interest.
You're just a heartless, selfish animal without any feelings, and you're worse. And if you think that I'm going to let you away with it.
Ah, shut up, will ya?
Sure, that's what I am. A bum without any feelings, and that's all I want to be. Get back in here, goddamn turtle.
You never did love me. Oh, you couldn't talk to me like that.
And if you want me, you have to take me as I am instead of trying to turn me into some la-di-da with a cane. I'm no stuffed shirt writing peanut ads.
Hello? The edition got in yet? Well, don't. Never mind the mail trains. What? What? You're not working for the advertising department? No. The hell with Marshall Field. You stick on this phone. Duffy? Duffy? God damn it. I told him to stay on that phone. If I had a few people who did what they were told, I could get something accomplished. I bet he never told him to take taxis. Butch and the gang are probably walking over here, right? Ah, now the moon's out. Fine. 3 caps is me. Don't forget, you're sitting pretty now. You got enough air? Is that better? That's it, Hildy. Land into him, below the belt every punch. Hello, Duffy? Where you be? Well, the hell with your diabetes. You stick on this phone. Listen, did you impress it upon Butch to take taxis? That every minute counts? So who's he bringing with him? What do you mean you don't know? But you told him it was life and death, huh? All right, you stick on this wire. Duffy's getting old. Well, Butch is on the way, Hildy. All we gotta do is hold out for 15 minutes. How's it going?
The boys will be back. They'll be coming into phone.
I'll handle them. It's a 3-toed sheriff I'm worrying about. If he starts sticking his snoot into this. I wonder if we could arrest him for anything. Did you ever get the dope and next stenographer he seduced?
That was the coroner.
Well, haven't we got anything on him besides Grant? What's your lead?
While hundreds of Sheriff Hartman's paid gunmen were stalking through the streets of Chicago, shooting innocent bystanders, spreading their reign of terror, Earl Williams was lurking less than 20 yards from the sheriff's office.
That's lousy! Aren't you going to mention the Examiner? Don't we take any credit?
I'm putting that in the second paragraph.
Who the hell's going to read the second paragraph? 10 years I've been telling you how to write a newspaper story. My God, have I got to do everything? Get the story. Write the story.
Listen, you poor maniac. I can blow better newspaper stories out of my nose than you can write.
While hundreds of paid gunmen are out taking a walk. That stinks. You ought to get back to chasing pictures.
Yeah?
You were good at that.
Why, you ungrateful hound. Who wrote the Fitzgerald Confession? Who wrote the Ruth Randolph Diaries? And what about the Dayton flood? Even the telegraph operator cried.
All right, then make me cry now. Duffy, what's the name of their religious editor about? The fellow with the dirty collar. Simple what? Well, where is he? What do you mean you don't know where one of our most important men is? Well, you get hold of him and tell him that I want to see him right away. You know what I'm gonna do?
Shut up, or I'm gonna throw this typewriter at your head.
I'm gonna get the Reverend Sippley to make up a prayer for the city of Chicago. Right across the top of the paper. Our Father who art in heaven. There were 421 murders in Chicago last year. All in religious lingo, see? 8 columns old English boldface. The goddamnest prayer you ever heard. God, what an idea.
You better pray that this desk will fall out the window over to the paper.
Wait a minute, Hildy. Wait. I got an inspiration. Now take this down, just as I say.
Someday you're gonna do that, Walter, and I'm gonna belt you right on the jaw, you goddamn know-it-all.
Here's the way to start your story. Here's your lead. The Chicago Examiner again rode to the rescue of the city last night in the darkest hour of her history. Earl Williams, the Bolshevik tiger who leaped snarling from the gallows upon the flanks of the city was captured.
I got you.
Go on from there.
What do you want to do?
What's the idea locking this door?
That's Benzinger. That's her desk.
What's the name again?
Benzinger, reporter for the Tribune.
Open this door, will ya? Who's in there?
I'll handle it. The Tribune, huh? Watch me.
Oh, ain't you get any more sense? Oh, hello, Mr. Stone. Why, quite an honor having you come over here.
Hello, Benzinger.
Excuse me, I just want to get something from my desk.
Quite a coincidence my running into you tonight, isn't it, Hildy?
Yeah.
Oh, really? And how do you mean?
Well, I was having a little conversation about you just this afternoon with Duffy Cannell.
Oh, is that so? Nothing detrimental, I hope.
Oh, I should say not. Gee, that was one swell story you had in the paper this morning.
Oh, well, I'm glad you think so, Mr. Bang. Did you care for the poem?
Oh, the poem was great. I got a big kick out of that.
Did you like the ending? And all is well outside his cell, but in his heart he hears the hangman calling, and the gallows falling, and his white-haired mother's tears.
Heartbreaking, truly heartbreaking. Now see here, Benzinger, how would you like to come work for me?
What?
I mean it. We need somebody like you. All we got now is a load of lowbrows, like Johnson here. I tell you what you do. I just had Duffy on the phone. Go over to the office. You'll catch him if you hurry.
You mean seriously, Mr. Burns?
I'll show you how serious I am. Duffy, I'm sending Benzinger over to see you. Margaret, isn't it?
No, Rosie B.
Funny I should forget that. Rosie Benzinger, the poet. Put her right in the staff. Never mind what doing, she'll tell you. No, I'll talk salary with her right here. How much you getting in the Tribune, Rosie?
75?
All right, I'll give you 100 in the byline. Duffy, she's to get 100 in the byline. Tell the cashier. No, she can use the big desk in the corner. Give her everything she wants. Now see here, Rosie, I tell you what I want you to do. I want you to hustle right over to the office and tell Duffy that I've assigned you to write the human interest side of the manhunt. I want it from the point of view of the escaped man. He hides, cowering, afraid of every light and every sound. His footsteps, his heart going like that.
Yeah.
And all the time they're closing in. Get the sense of an animal at bay.
Yeah, sort of a Jack London style.
Exactly. Now you ain't got a minute to lose. Hop right on over there.
Well, I don't know about quitting the Tribune that way, Mr. Burns. It's not quite ethical.
What did they ever do for you? They never considered your interest. That is, from what I hear.
Well, between you and me, they've given me a pretty rotten deal. The way they handle my copy's a shame. Just butcher it.
Your copy will be sacred on the Examiner. I guarantee that choice, Millie.
I mean, you can't love the end of the story and not get the same effect. The whole feeling goes.
Of course not. Now I want a real Benzinger story tomorrow morning with a crackerjack poem to the side.
Oh, I've left my rhyming dictionary in the desk.
Wait a minute! It doesn't have to rhyme.
Gee, I'm terribly grateful, Mr. Burns. Do you suppose there might be no thing sometime as a foreign correspondent? I parlay a little in French, you know.
Well, that'll all depend on you, but I'll keep you in mind.
Well, au revoir, mon capitaine.
Bonjour! Duffy, now get this. A goddamn Tribune sneak is coming over to see you. Yeah, Benzinger, the girl I told you about. Now listen, I want you to treat her with kid gloves and get her busy writing poetry. No, we don't want her. But wait till she's through. Then tell her poetry stinks and kick her down the stairs. His white-haired mother's teeth. Attaboy, you can't go wrong. Well, come on, Hildy, lamb into it. Don't sit there like a frozen robin.
You have messed up my whole life. That's what you've done.
Listen, Hildy, we ought to get our plans all set for when Butch gets here. All we can expect out of that guy is pure peasant strength. And then he'll blame.
What's the light turned out to be?
The window's out, so we'll have him pick it up and carry it straight out of the building. For 10 guys, it'll be a cinch.
She was the greatest girl I'll ever know. She had looks, brains, spirit, everything.
Who the hell are you talking about?
My girl, who do you think?
What are you gonna do, stop mumbling about your girl? You got a story to write.
I practically told her to go to hell, like she was some waitress.
You acted like a man for the first time in your life. Don't stop crawling now.
I'll never love anyone else again. They don't come like that twice in a man's life.
Listen, Hildy, you'll sleep it off. Now I got enough on my mind.
When she was sick in the hospital, and you sent me off on a wild goose chase all over Kentucky for 3 weeks, she never even complained.
Sick in the hospital.
Damn it, she was. She nearly died.
Oh, I see. She didn't complain, but she nearly died. That's all.
I'd have been on a train by now. I'd have been well out of here.
Listen, Hildy, let me tell you something. I was in love once with my third wife. I treated her right. Let her have a maid and everything. I was sweet to her.
Never mind.
I trusted her. Then I let her meet a certain party in the Tribune, and what happened? One night I came home unexpectedly. I let myself in through the bathroom window, and there they were.
I don't want to hear about it.
The very next morning, what do I find in the front page of the Tribune? My traction story I've been saving for 2 months.
A lot you know about women, you and your stable of tarts. You never met a decent woman. You wouldn't know what to do with a pure girl.
Oh, yes, I
Now you take that back.
will. See, Hildy, what do you think women are? Flowers? Take that Danish shop, the dentist, and Mrs. Veramelia. Husband comes home, hungry, all worn out, takes a spoonful of soup and falls dead. Arsenic. And Mrs. Petrus, burning her husband up in a furnace. When you've been in this business as long as I have, you'll know what women are.
My God, I'm a sack. Falling for your line of naming streets after me.
Listen, Hildy, you've had a good rest. Get back on the story. That's all you gotta do. Here, you're just nervous.
Sure. I'll take this. I'll get stewed tonight and I'll stay stewed for the rest of my life. I'll be a newspaper man right in your class. On my Pratt in a monkey cage.
Shut up, you fathead. I tell you, if that's that Benzinger again, I'm gonna crown her and throw her in the can for tea. Who is it?
Hello, Bob.
It's Louie. My God, what's the matter?
Where's the old lady?
Where is she? What have you done with her?
What happened?
Down there with Andrew. We were going 65 miles an hour, you know what I mean?
Take the mush out of your mouth.
Where's the old lady?
Wait, will ya? We ran smack into a police patrol. We broke it in half.
What did you do with her?
For God's sake, Louie.
Can you imagine bumping into a load of cops? If you're rolling out the authorities.
What did you do with her, goddamn you?
What became of the old lady, I'm asking you?
Besides me, when I came to, we were running down 35th Street.
You were with her. You were in the cab, weren't you?
Was I? Tony got knocked cold.
You goddamn butterfingers. I give you an old lady to take somewhere and you hand her over to the cops?
What do you mean I hand her? The patrol wagon is on the wrong side of the street.
Oh, that's great. That's perfect. She's probably squawking her head off in some police station. Now everything is fine.
Well, I don't think she's talking much.
Was she killed?
Was she? Did you notice?
Oh, say, with that alky rap and the bank job and the big blow in my hip, plus I should sit around asking questions from a lot of cops.
She's dead. That finishes me.
Listen, Hildy, that's fate. What will be, will be.
What am I going to say to Peggy? What'll I tell her?
Listen, Hildy, snap out of it. Would you rather have the old dame bringing the whole police force in here?
I killed her. I did it.
Listen, Hildy, if it was my own mother, I'd carry on. For the paper!
Where was it? I'll go out.
You stay here. I'll find out everything right here. Duffy, just a minute. Where was it?
Wentworth and 34, on the corner.
Call up the 35th Street station and ask Nick Gallagher if he's had a report of an old dame that was in a smash-up on 34th and Wentworth. What's the name?
Mrs. Amelia Grant.
Millie Grant. I don't know, about 57? Refined, white hair, blue eyes, black cotton stockings. She was wearing rubbers. How's that for noticing?
Give me an outside wire.
Forget it, we'll get the dope right here.
Is that one? Was that Wentworth 4557?
Hello? Hello who? Oh, hello, Butch, where are you?
Passaphone Hospital? Give me the receiving room, will you?
Hotel? You mean you're in a hotel? What are you doing there? Ain't you even started?
Hello, Eddie? Hildy Johnson. Did you have an old lady from an auto smash-up?
Oh, for H. Sebastian, God, Butch, listen. It's a matter of life and death, Butch, listen.
Nobody?
What? I can't hear you. You got who?
Archer 3124.
Holy God, you can't stop for a day now.
Is this the German Deaconess Hospital?
I don't care if you've been sweet on her for 6 years. Now, this is our whole life at stake here, Butch. Are you going to let some dumb blonde ruin everything?
Hello, Max. Hildy Johnson. Did you have an old lady from an auto smash-up?
Butch, I'm gonna kill you. I put my arm in the fire up to there for you. I'd go through hell for you. Now, you ain't gonna double-cross me. She does? All right, put her on the wire. I'll talk to her. Hello? Oh, hello, madam. Now, listen here, you goddamn bum. You can't keep Butch away from his duty. What? What? Madam, what kind of language is that? Hello? Hello? Duffy, I'll kill them. Both of them. I'll butter this town with a brain. Mousing around with some big blonde Danny. That's cooperation.
Shut up, will you?
Duffy!
Nobody?
Duffy! Louie, it's up to you.
Anything you want.
Beat it out of here and get me some guys, will you?
Well, what do you want?
Anybody with hair in the chest. Get him off the street anywhere. Offer them anything, only get him. Listen, Louie, we gotta get this desk out of here.
This desk?
Louie, you're the best friend I got. I'd go through hell for you, and I know you won't fail me. Get me enough guys to move it. You understand?
You know me, the shirt off my back.
And Louie, don't bump into anything.
Calumet 2100.
That lousy immigrant will flop on me, I know it. Can you imagine Butch laying up at the Revere house with a blonde sometime like this? Listen, Hildy, if he's not back in 5 minutes, we gotta get this desk out alone. There's millions of ways. We can start a fire and get the firemen to carry it out in the confusion.
Do anything you damn please. ring that number, will you?
We don't even have to do that. We can get the Chicago Historical Society to claim it as an antique. We can get it out in a decent, normal manner ourselves.
I don't give a damn what you do.
Come here, help me see if we can move it.
Is this the lying-in hospital?
Will you come in?
Did you have an old lady from an auto smasher?
Right when I'm surrounded with my back against the wall, you ain't gonna lay down on me.
I'll lay down on you and spit in your eye, you murderer.
Scared, huh?
I don't give a damn what you think of me. I'm gonna find my girl's mother.
Your girl. You and Butch McGurk, woman lovers.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm gonna go out and find her.
Hey, don't open that.
The hell I won't. Oh, wait, what are you doing? Get your mother! We want to see you. Let go of me. Who do you think you are?
Hold it, boys.
Who the hell do you think you are breaking in here like this?
You can't bluff me, Burns. I don't care who you are or what
Oh,
paper
let me
you're editor
go,
of.
fellas. Something's happened to my girl's mother.
Hang on to it.
We know what you're up to.
Gone at Gil Williams, probably.
The door was locked. He and Molly were talking. He knows where he is.
Listen, guys, I don't know nothing. There's been an accident.
Ah, yeah, we know all
I'll
about
be
that.
bringing her to the hospitals. I'm gonna call them all.
Johnson, there's something very, very peculiar going on here.
You can send someone with me, Piggy, if you want to. If you don't believe me.
I wasn't born yesterday, Johnson. Now, the boys
Nobody's
tell
trying to
me
put anything over on you, Pinky. No, I'm getting out of here, and you can't stop me.
We're not going anywhere. He's got the whole story sewed up. He and his boss. That's why he's here.
Now see here, Hartman, if you've got any accusations to make, you make them in a proper manner or I'll have to ask you to get out.
You'll ask me to what?
I'll ask you to get out.
Frank, lock the door. Don't let anybody in or out.
Come on, Pinky. Give him a little third degree.
Johnson, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Now then, come clean. What do you know about our Williams? Are you going to talk or aren't you?
What the hell do I know about Williams?
All right, boys. Take him along. I got ways of making
Say,
it
what's
talk.
the idea?
He's got a gun in him.
Give me that!
No, you don't.
Jesse
Hey, Walter.
James,
What
huh?
is it, he?
Drugstore cowboy.
The Tower of Wilson Avenue Beach. Where did you get this?
I got a right to carry a gun if I want to.
Not this gun.
Now see here, Hartman, I can explain that. He was having a little trouble with the Durkin story, so I gave him the gun to protect himself.
Oh, you did? Well, that's very, very interesting. This happens to be the gun Williams shot his way out with.
What? Are you trying to make me out a liar?
I know my own gun, don't I?
I knew something stunk around here. Getting married.
Yeah, Mary Williams is gonna be your best man, huh? Where is he? Where you got him?
You're barking up the wrong tree, Hartman.
I'll give you 3 minutes to tell me where he is.
He went over to the hospital to call Professor Egelhofer.
What?
With a bag of marshmallows.
Oh!
Take a magazine along.
Come on, Hildy. Where is he?
That's a fine trick, Hildy. I thought we were friends.
Oh, by God, I'll show you.
Look here, Pete. What about Mr. Burns? It's the mastermind.
Yeah, what's he doing over here?
Speak up, Burns. What do you know about this?
Listen,
The
Hartman.
hell with that. Where is he?
The examiner is not obstructing justice or aiding criminals.
Yeah.
You ought to know that.
Look, someone's talking on the receiver's on. I'll find him.
Hey, leave that alone. I'm in charge here. Quiet, everybody. Get baby your Williams.
Tell him to come on over.
Hello? Earl?
Scotland Yard.
Trace his call, quick. Yes, this is Walter.
Tracy Call 21. Hurry up, will you please?
What? You gotta go where? Oh, who is this?
You're talking to the examiner, Hawkshaw.
That's right, Sheriff.
Johnson, you're under arrest. You too, Burns.
Who's under arrest? Listen, you pimplehead, do you realize what you're doing?
Get the mayor, Carl, and tell him right over. We'll see about this.
In here, ma'am.
Mother!
That man there with the beige necktie.
Mother, I'm so glad to see you. Are you all right? Tell me.
What's the idea here?
This lady claims she was kidnapped.
What?
They dragged me all the way down the stairs. I'm black and blue all over. Then they ran into an automobile and I was nearly killed.
Just a minute. What did this man have to do with it, lady?
He was the one in charge of everything. He told them to kidnap me.
Are you referring to me?
Listen.
Oh, you know you
What
did. You
about
told them
this
to take
Burns?
me out of
Kidnapping,
here.
eh?
It's beyond me. Who is this woman?
Oh, what a thing to say. I was standing right there after Get your mouth biggie up, Sony.
Right.
Did you get the mayor? Was he in?
He's coming over.
Oh, yes.
Now, madam, be honest. If you were out joyriding, drunk, and got in some kind of scrape, why don't you just admit it instead of...
You ruffian! You unprincipled man! How dare you say such a thing! And I'll tell you another thing, officer. I'll tell you why they did it. I was in here, and they had some kind of murderer hiding him.
Hiding him?
Yes!
What was that? Aha, I thought so. Stand back, everybody. He's in there, all right. What, Sheriff? What?
You gray-haired old Judas!
Get your guns, everybody!
Thomas, for God's sake!
City desk! City desk, quick!
Give me city desk.
Don't do that, he ain't armed.
You stand there. You cover the windows.
Watch where you're pointing at, you
Everybody in right in
pig!
the center.
You can't hurt anybody, that's murder.
Hold your air, I've got a flash for you.
Carl, Frank, we'll get each side of the desk. Now then, I'm gonna count to 3.
Have it in a minute.
1,
Hurry it up.
2. Who was that?
Double-crossing Sicilian.
Oh, shut up! Keep everybody out of here. I want quiet. There's a dozen guns on you, Williams. Do you surrender or not?
Duffy Cannell.
Are you ready, boys?
Yeah.
Everybody in right at the center. Now then, up with it! Go on, shoot it! Got you, Williams.
Quiet! There! That's it! Hold it doors! Get out! Go! Just catch the pressure, Joe. Williams tried to shoot it out with cops, but he's good with this.
Duffy the examiner, just turn over Williams over to the sheriff.
Just a minute, boys. Put the cuffs on those two. I've been a fugitive from justice.
We'll dress side of him. Just tipped us.
And all 3 of them, William, double-crossed him. Fight back.
Wait a minute. Hey, that old lady. Hey, man.
Wait a minute. Where's that old thing?
Hello, girlie? Give me Jacoby, quick.
Hartman, you're gonna wish for the rest of your life that you'd never been born.
Fine work, Pete. You certainly delivered the goods. I'm proud of you.
Look kinda natural, don't they, Fred?
Exactly. Sore eyes. Looks like you boys stepped into something up to your neck.
Go on, laugh.
That's prettiest than aiding an escaped criminal.
Oh, and a little charge of kidnapping I'm looking into. That's the jail. There must be somebody over there.
Well, looks like about 10 years apiece for you birds.
Does it? Well, whenever you think you got the examiner licked, that's a pretty good time to get out of town.
On a handcar.
Whistling in the dark, eh? Well, it isn't gonna help you. You're through.
Yeah? The last man that told me that was Barney Schmidt, a week before he cut his throat.
Is that so?
And remember George T. York's blowing his head off with a shotgun? We've been in worse jams than this, haven't we, Hildy? Something seems to watch over the examiner.
Yeah, when that minister sued us.
Oh, yeah. The Reverend J.B. Godolphin sued the examiner once for $100,000. See, we called him a fairy. Well, the day of the trial came and the Reverend was on his way to court.
With all his lawyers and medical witnesses.
Drowned, by God, drowned in the river. With their law books and affidavits and automobile and everything. And I got the exact feeling right now that I had 5 minutes before that accident.
Very amusing. But somehow, I don't seem to be frightened.
I never felt better in my life. Jacoby, I caught him. Williams. Single-handed. They're bringing it right over. Notify everybody we're to proceed with the hanging per schedule.
You're gonna be in office for exactly 2 days more than we're setting you out in your pretty little
Give me the
ass.
state attorney's office.
And when you're walking up and down North Avenue with blue eyeglasses selling lead pencils, we ain't gonna forget you either.
Gonna be selling lead pencils, eh?
Don't even answer him.
Hello, Prystalski. This is Hartman. Come right over to my office, will ya? I've just arrested a couple of important birds. I want you to take their confessions.
Duffy, get Clarence Darrow.
Get anybody you want. All the arrows in the world aren't gonna help you.
Schmidt, Yorks, Godolphin. You're next, Fred.
Horror the press, huh? Don't scare me. Not in iota.
Just a couple of windbags, that's all they are. Take them along, Carl.
Here's your reprieve.
Get out of here.
No. You can't ride me.
Get out of here, you!
No, I won't.
What's that?
Reprieve? What's your
I
name?
don't want to be a city sealer.
Who is this man?
Who
Pincus.
was bribing you?
They wouldn't take it.
Murder, huh?
Hanging an innocent man to win an election?
That's a lie!
I never saw him before in my life.
When did you deliver it first?
Who did you talk to?
That.
That's absurd to face, Mr. Burns. Why, he's talking like a child.
Yeah?
Certainly. Why, if this enforcement that Williams has really been reprieved, I'm personally tickled to death. Aren't you?
Tell your own mother to get elected, and you know it.
That's a terrible thing to say, Johnson, about anybody. Now look here, Walter. You're an intelligent man.
Just a minute. All right, let's have your story.
Well, I've been married for 19 years.
We'll just skip all of that.
Take those handcuffs off the boy's feet. That wasn't at all necessary.
I was just going to...
Can't tell you how badly I feel about this, Walter. There was no excuse for Harper flying off the handle.
I was only doing my duty. There wasn't anything personal.
Give me a drink, Walter.
Over there.
Sheriff, this document is authentic. Earl Williams, thank God, has been reprieved. And the Commonwealth of Chicago has been spared the painful necessity of shedding blood.
Save that for the Tribune.
What did you say your name was? Pincus?
That's right. There's a picture of my wife.
Very fine-looking woman.
Good enough for me.
I'll bet she is.
Real character.
Hildy! Hildy, what are they going to do? Mother said that they'd arrested you.
No, Peggy, quit balling on me, will you?
Nobody's gonna do anything.
Of course not. My good friend Walter Burns and I understand each other perfectly. I trust.
And so do I.
So do you what, you goddamn hoodoo? And now, Mr. Pincus, Sid will just come with us. We'll take you right over to the warden's office and deliver the reprieve.
If I was to go home and tell my wife.
The hell with your wife!
But she loves me.
Wait till those two Greeks read the Examiner in the morning. Hildy, I tell you what I want you to do.
What?
I want you to get this guy Pincus over to the office. Get his
Nothing
whole...
doing, Walter. I'm all washed up. I mean it this time, Walter.
Oh, Hildy, if I only thought you did.
Listen, darling. If I'm not telling you the absolute truth, may God strike me dead right now. I'm going to New York with you tonight, if you'll give me this one last chance. I'll cut out drinking and swearing and everything connected with the goddamn newspaper business. I won't even read a newspaper. I know I don't deserve you, Peggy. I've done everything in the world to prove that, I guess.
Oh, darling, don't talk that way. I want you just the way you are anyway.
Hildy! I didn't know it was anything like this. Why didn't you say so? I'd be the last person in the world to want to come between you and your happiness.
What?
You ought to know that. I love you, you crazy Swede. You're getting a great guy, Peggy.
A couple of Valentines. Goodbye, you lousy bohunk.
You're a great newspaper man, Hildy. Sorry to see you go. Damn sorry.
Well, if I ever came back to the business, which I won't, there's only one man I'd work for. You know that, don't you?
I'd kill you if you ever worked for anybody else.
Hear that, Peggy? That's my diploma. Well, Walter, I don't know what to say. 12 years we've been knocking around together before you were born. Remember when we had to keep that bigamist undercover?
Yeah.
We hid in the sauerkraut factory.
And Peggy, get him to tell you sometime about the Haggerty poison, when we had to steal old lady Haggerty's stomach right from under the coroner's nose.
We hid for a week, the two of us.
Darling,
What?
you don't want to go to New York, down deep.
Aw, kiddo. I was just talking. It'd feel worse if I stayed, I guess.
Hildy, if I thought you were going to be unhappy, I mean, if you really wanted to.
I wouldn't let him stay. Go on, Hildy, before I make you city editor.
Come on, Peggy. He means it.
Any objection to my kissing the bride?
It's That's all right by me. Go ahead, Mrs. Johnson.
Thank you. So what time does your train leave?
There's another one at 12:40.
New York Central, huh? Gee, I wish there was time to get you a little wedding present, but it's awful short notice.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Burns. It'll be all the wedding present I want anyway. If I really got him, that is.
Forget it, Walter.
Hold on. I want you to have something to remember me by. You can't just leave like this. Here.
Aw, gee, no, Walter. You just make me
Shut
feel
up. You're gonna take it, I tell you. It was a present from the big chief himself. And if you look inside, you'll find a little inscription. To the best newspaper man I know. When you get to New York, you can scratch out my name and put yours in its place. If you want to. I hope you won't.
You know I wouldn't do that. Well, this is the first and last thing I ever got from a newspaper.
Goodbye, Mr. Burns. I always had a fair opinion of you, Mr. Burns. I still think you're a little peculiar, but you're all right underneath. I mean, I think you're a peach.
So are you. You look just like a little flower.
Goodbye, you big baboon.
Goodbye, Johnson. Be good to yourself and the little girl.
Same to you, and many of them.
Goodbye.
Duffy, listen. I want you to send a wire to the chief of police of LaPorte, Indiana. Tell him to meet at 12:40 out of Chicago, New York Central. And arrest Hildy Johnson and bring him back here. Wire him a full description. The son of a bitch stole my watch.
I'll try to keep this as short as I can, but I would like to say on behalf of the cast to the 106 pupils and 12 staff who have worked backstage and made it possible to put on this production of the play. And I say every time I produce a play that a play is very much a question of teamwork. And I know people don't believe it. When you look at a cast like this, they say 31 large egos to be massaged, but in fact the reverse is true. They're very much the team, and they're helped by this very large commitment from backstage. So perhaps you'll give me just a couple of minutes to say thank you to a number of people. I have them written down lest I forget anybody. First of all, to Mrs. Kerr and Mr. Carroll, whose baby is setting, and to Mr. Carroll for his ingenious new method of constructing a set which should make it, I think, much more storable in future. To Mrs. Lomas, who with Miss Gallagher's help does more with less at, I have to to say, less expense than anybody I've ever known. To Miss McKeown and Miss Hill, who are ferocious, if I may call them this without any disrespect, ferocious terriers in the way they track down obscure items. They really are remarkable in their collection of props. To Miss Sleep, who in a very short time developed a fairly complex series of sound effects. This is her first year of the play. She doesn't realise that she's now part of the play for as long as she's in BRA. I don't know whether she realised that she was signing a contract. Miss Lowry and Miss McKay, who achieved the hitherto impossible task of turning, I hope this doesn't sound too sexist, but after tonight's play, nothing sounds really incorrect, who have achieved the extraordinary feat of turning very lovely women into people almost as ugly as the other males in the class. To Mr. McKenna, who has achieved nearly 30 years of seamless efficiency in business management. To Ms. Burns, who has, as always, organised the front of house reception, refreshments with exemplary ease. And, of course, to my friend and colleague, Mr. Cairns, who put together the Pancourt Orchestra that you see before us, and our thanks very much to him. And if I may just add to that, the names of a number of pupils who I think the cast owes its thanks to. To Cathy Maxwell, who led and directed the Old English Old-Faith Pancourt Orchestra, whatever idiot thought that name up. To all the pupils who were part of the design team and who worked fabulously well together under Mrs. Kerr. To Elaine Harrison, who has been in the props team for 4 or 5 years and who was very much the senior member this year. To Owen Mallons, who came straight to the soundboard from a special sound course, state-of-the-art, and was very taken aback to find out that our sound effects were achieved by 2 coconut shells and a pair of rubber bands. To my absolutely wonderful lighting team, led this year by Jamie O'Brien and Neil Townsend, who not only have to put up with the lights, but generally speaking act as scapegoats for anything that goes wrong. I blame them, generally speaking. And 2 other people, Claire Mason, who does what we now choose to call continuity, what used to be called prompt. She's still trying to recover from the fact about where half the script went over the last 2 nights. And of course, not least, to Lindsay Thomas, who was my faithful production assistant throughout the period of rehearsal, and who also, though she's not credited with this, actually ran the show backstage as our stage manager. And if I may end with perhaps just 3 categories of people. First of all, to our ancillary staff in the school, in the best traditions of the BRA family, have really supported us tremendously. And if I may pick 3 names from that who really do deserve to be mentioned. First of all, Mr. Jerry Dunbar, who did help us very much with sound. To Miss Carol Henry, who assisted Mrs. Kerr. And of course, not last, Mr. Harry Whelan, who has been so much of a help in every possible way. Still 2 more final categories. Everything is last. First of all, to the headmaster, whose tactful, sensitive, but always interested support make the atmosphere within the school wonderful to work in and wonderful to produce a play in. And last but not, that was not crawling. And last, to you, the audiences, who make all of this very worthwhile. I suppose, in a sense, we do it for you, but your response in the last 3 nights has certainly made it very worthwhile. Our thanks to all of these people on behalf of this almost mediocre class. Thank you very much.
Well, I know you'll all be falling over asleep now after that. Like, epic speech. But over the past 2 months, we've had a really brilliant time putting this thing together, and it's all like right. Usually in plays, it's the actors who have the tantrums, but we like to change it around here. Didn't pull his hair out at all. Wonder why. But there's nothing really more like to say except